Hello, I'm Anthony Browne, and I'd like to talk about my new picture book. It's called What If? And I've had this idea for a long time, an idea of a story about looking in people's windows. I've always liked people watching. I love to sit in a cafe or sit outside a cafe and watch people go by and imagine what their lives are like. What do they do? What sort of people they are? And I think a lot of writers, a lot of people generally love to do that, just people watch. So that was part of the beginning. And the other thing I've always liked to do is look in people's windows, I'm afraid. It's that time of day when it's starting to get dark, but people haven't closed the curtains. They've got the lights on inside. I'm fascinated by walking down the street and just glimpsing into people's rooms. And again, it's almost as though they're inviting us in. So they haven't closed the curtains, they've put the light on, and inviting us in to have a little glimpse into their life. And again, I imagine what sort of lives or what sort of people live in these houses. So I've always wanted to do a book on that kind of theme, but I didn't know how to do one. And another kind of inspiration is from many of my pictures, which at first glance look ordinary. It might be a picture of some people taking their dogs for a walk in the park, and it just looks like that when you first look at the picture. But when you look closely, there are hidden details, there are jokes, there are little clues as to what's really going in. So I've always liked the idea of something that looks very ordinary, but when you look closely at it, it's quite extraordinary. So I had this idea about a child walking down a street looking for something, looking in windows, but I couldn't think what he was looking for. Why would a child be walking down the street looking in windows? And then the idea came to me, it might be a birthday party that was invited to, his first birthday party, I started to think. I thought maybe he's a bit worried about this party, and maybe he doesn't exactly know which house it's at. He's had the invitation, but they've lost it with the address of the house on. So as he's going down the street with his mum, carrying the present to the birthday party, and looking in windows to see, is this the party? Is this where my friend's house is? And as he gets further and further on, he starts to worry about the party, and his mother tries to reassure him, and they go down the street, and the things he sees in the windows get more and more slightly makes him more anxious, I suppose. It's his imagination. It's a story about his imagination, really. As they go down the street, his imagination grows and grows.